Hello and welcome to episode 24 of my Let's Play Vanilla Minecraft. I am KHM, and as you can see I've been working on a prototype for an automatic brewing stand. Now, this thing's kind of turning out to be a bit uglier and complex than I had originally thought it would be. As you can see, it's not really hooked up, it's just here. I've come to the conclusion that there are about 4 states in the brewing process, or in the automated brewing process. There is the first state where it puts in the 3 bottles, the second state where it adds the ingredient, and third state where while it brews the potions, and then the fourth state where it unloads the potions from the brewing stand, and then it goes back to the first state where it reloads the brewing stand's the bottles in the brewing stand. So, my original thought was that I would use some sort of timing system for the brewing, to time the brewing process. But that would require 50 repeaters, and it is a bit more of a synchronous system than I would like. I'd prefer an asynchronous system, which the comparator would actually allow for, that simply detects when it's finished brewing. Although, thinking along that line, I've kind of created this prototype state system. This is just a 2-state system, but it could be easily expanded to a 4-state that I would need. But as you can see, this 2-state system is rather big and ugly, and I don't really like it. Let's see. Okay, so currently, what state is active? Okay, this state is currently the one that's active over here. So we can call this first state. As you can see, it's over here, and it's telling the second state that the first state is active, so it's next in line. And when the second state's conditions are met, which we indicate with the flip of this switch, it switches over to the second state. And then when it's ready for the first state again, when the first state's conditions are met, boop, switches back over to the first state. It uses 2 RS NOR latches and 2 AND gates to achieve this, but as you can see, this is kind of big and ugly, and really don't like it. I feel like there's an easier, simpler, smaller solution that I just haven't tapped into yet. So I'm probably going to tear this down and try again with something else. Play around with this a bit longer, and I'll be back when I've got something more to show. Alright, I've been thinking about this for a few hours now, working on this design. I've tried a few things. I tried using a minecart. All that simply did was end up adding a minecart to the system. It didn't really contribute much, just minecart. Tried the redstone latches. I couldn't really get that to work, but I suspect in the end it would have just simply replaced the RS NOR latches I have here with more expensive versions, so that's not particularly useful. Thought of pistons, but again, all I'd wind up doing there is replacing the RS NOR latches with piston-based versions. Not really good either. I've tried to think of a way to do it with the new analog system, but I'm not smart enough for that, I guess, because I can't think of a way to do it. So, I'm stuck with this style. But this is just 2 states, keep in mind, so the full finite state machine is going to be twice the size of this, and that's not even including the triggers and things that connect it to the brewing stand and its hoppers. That's just the machine, the finite state machine itself. So this is going to have a fairly large footprint. I was hoping to be able to put 4 or 5 auto brewing systems in the same room, but I think I'm just going to be able to get 2, maybe 3, which not good. Also, I need to come up with a good way of moving items around. The minecart system, it's an interesting idea, and I might wind up going with that for the moving of items. But I was kind of thinking a dispenser and a water stream might do the job also. And I wouldn't have to worry about the minecart getting stuck or something. Although, I don't know, they both have their ups and downs. I'm going to have to think about that a little bit more, but I think I'll probably think about that when it comes to the implementation of it. For now, I just kind of need to get this to work. It's a basic thing. Well, I guess I'll try to find a place in the house for a permanent auto brewery. And I'll be back once I have something more to show. Alright, as you can see, I'm over by the destination selector for the minecart system. And the reason why I'm here is because I was kind of looking for a location to put the potion area, the potion room, and its finite state machines. Now, originally I was kind of thinking over there, and having it either an entrance at the level where that floor is, where the walkway is, or have things on the floor above it. With a little bit of thought, I've come to the conclusion that, well, one, I wouldn't have to worry about the footprint so much, or, let me rephrase that, I can have the brewing stands neatly compacted together, a nice visual display, if I have all the finite state machines underneath of the room and use torch towers to go up to the hoppers. And, well, the problem with that is this level gives us no space underneath the room, lots of space above it, or a fair amount above it. That doesn't give any, well, it gives some space at the bottom, probably enough for one of the finite state machines. And the floor above it, I could probably squeeze in 2, 3, maybe, if I was lucky, 3. Anyway, while I was thinking about that, I had this sudden realization. I don't have to put it there. I can put the room over here. Have it occupy this space here. And I can put the finite state machines for them underground. That would completely eliminate all size issues, because I would have all the way from like here to bedrock to work with. And since we're above sea level right now, that's pretty decent. Of course, these trees will have to go, but they were only here temporarily anyway. So I think I'm going to go with that, and for up there, I'm probably going to have the furnace processing, or the smelting room, which I'll figure out later. This brewing thing's kind of got my attention at the moment, so I'll work on that, and I did not realize I had this workbench here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause recording until I have more to show, and I just realized I have my sound muted. There, now it's unmuted. And you can hear the iron golem walking. I keep muting it because I'm not really listening to Minecraft while I'm thinking about this, and the sounds are just distracting me. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording until I have something more to show. Alright, I've been kind of thinking about it, and I think this is kind of the design that I want. I haven't actually designed the redstone, just kind of the interface. I'll deal with the redstone later. Basically what I've got here is I have the output chest here, and I put the hoppers on the sides that feed items into the brewing stand. One side will be for ingredients, the other for bottles. Now, putting them on the side allows me to put the torches for them behind the hoppers so you can't see them. Have an option for a block in front here to hide the hopper a bit. Also, I'm going to be putting a torch underneath the output hopper, so all the leads from the underground finite state machine will be nice and well hidden. And the output to the, or I guess input, whatever, to the finite state machine will also be hidden behind as well as I can, which really isn't all that well considering. But try to come up with something later, I guess. I'm going to want 5 of these, I've determined. So, let's see. Yeah, I think I'll keep those ones there, which means I'll need some more. Cobblestone. I believe it was cobble. Yep, it was cobble. And I'll figure out what material I want to decorate it with later on. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But as for the room to go into it, I think I want it to be, the opening to be right here. So that way anyone going to or coming from the railway can get to it quickly. And it's not too hard to get to from like over there. Let's see. I was thinking I'd have like some sort of decorative floor. I'm not quite sure. Maybe some pixel art with wool. Which means I need to leave myself some space here. Let's see. This is wall. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll want whatever to be there, and so stuff here. Okay, so our chest would go here. Oops. Hopper here. We clearly need more hoppers. You know what? Actually, I want it one more over. So that way I can put a kind of frame thing around it. Nice decorative frame of some sort. Okay. Brewing stand. Oops. Yep, and there. Perfect. Okay. Well, that's basically the general shape of it. And then I'll have some dirt Redstone torch there, redstone torch there, and another redstone torch down there. And that looks pretty good. Actually, you know what? Some stairs there would probably be good. So whatever material I choose will need to have stairs. You know, I'm going to go ahead and play around with different materials off camera. Or, actually, no I won't. I'm going to go grab some different materials and try things out. Okay, for starters, let's try our typical standby wood, which I've used for everything else and don't actually want to use it for this. I have way overused wood. But let's get out of the way. I should probably go grab some wooden stairs. Actually, that doesn't look too bad, but it kind of blends in with everything else. We want a different material. We have a crap ton of iron now. Let's try iron blocks. Whoa, that is really light. No, I can't have that there. Because torch is going to go there. Definitely not here. Alright, I'm going to work on this off camera since this is going to be a bit more tedious than I had thought it might be. So I'll be back once I have some more to show. Alright, I've been working on the auto potion, well, on the auto brewery, and I have come up with this. I was thinking that since this is the place where you'd get like healing potions and things like that, a red medical cross would probably be fitting. The room is made out of iron blocks, as you can see. Went through a lot of iron. And it doesn't really blend in with the surroundings all that well. I'm going to have to come up with something to fix that. But here is the inside of it. Now I have a pixel art there and pixel art over here of 2 potion bottles. I haven't quite decided how exactly I'm going to do the potions that go in them. But I was kind of thinking one of them would be like a healing potion and another one would be like a regen potion. Anyway, I have some chests along the wall here where extra ingredients will be kept. And over here, as you can see, I have 5 auto brewing stations. So on the left top chest here, where the bottles will be stored, and on the right one here is where the ingredients will be stored, and this is where the potions will be output to. And these stairs here are actually quartz blocks stairs. I was kind of hesitant about making quartz blocks because, well, originally I was expecting them to be like the redstone blocks, but they're not. when you take a redstone block, put it there, you can reverse it into 9 redstone. So it's basically a storage block. Quartz blocks are not. They're made by putting 4 quartz together like bricks, and you get the block of quartz, and it can never be turned back, which makes me hesitant to use it because I'd rather use it for redstone stuff, because that's more fun. And I just realized I blocked off back there. I'm going to have to fix that later on. Anyway, I haven't really hooked up much. Haven't done any of the redstone circuitry for it yet. It all goes back here. What was that? Don't know, but I don't like how everything suddenly went quiet after that sound. Anyway, so up here are chests with hoppers going to them. These will act as sort of buffers, and this is where the potion bottles will go. They'll fall into these hoppers or something. I was kind of thinking of pushing them along with like water streams and ice. I'm going to have a 6th auto brewing station up here where we just basically make awkward potions and have the awkward potions go into these hoppers via water stream and ice or something. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I might use a minecart, although I don't really like using entities like minecarts and things like this, but whatever. Suspect I'm going to be using a fair number of these comparators, so I'm probably going to need to make more. Well, that's how things are so far. I guess I'll do some more work on this and come back with another update. Okay, another quick progress report. I've been working on the bottle distribution system and have decided to go with the minecart rather than water and ice. So all the bottles, all the awkward potions will get funneled into this chest, which will put them into this minecart with a chest. And as you can see, it's stopped there on the cart, so when it's not needed, it's not going anywhere. As you can see, I have these hopper things with the chests, well, with the powered rails going over it, and that the powered rails are going up and down these little ramp things. I should probably remove those, they're not necessary now. Originally, I was planning to have it so that the comparator that I have hooked up to this chest here would send a signal, so when it was full, it would turn on the powered rail and allow the cart to move on. But the problem with that is there would have to be enough items in the minecart to completely fill up the thing, at least to the point where it would be able to power that rail in order to move on. Otherwise, it would be stuck there forever. And as that minecart with rail only has 27 slots, whereas this has a chest down there, the hopper underneath of that, the hopper underneath this chest, and this chest that would need to get filled up for that to happen. So I need to remove this. Well, I might leave it there, I don't know. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just leave it there for now. I guess it's not really causing any issues. Although removing it would let me save on powered rails. But, whatever. I'll do something off camera. I was kind of thinking that maybe I could probably fit the finite state machine, or at least try to fit the finite state machine up here for making the awkward potions. So I didn't have to go to underground with that. Have to be like 2 blocks above this one though, so that way I had room to run around down here as well. Well, that's it. Oh, wait, no, it's not it. One last thing. You probably have noticed these things up here. Basically, if any of the chests have space in it, are like half empty, the redstone torch here will turn on, calling this minecart to move around the loop, causing it to fill up, or try to fill up all the chests until the torch goes off, and then the thing will stop here again and refill with bottles completely. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording until I have a little bit more to show. Well, I did it. I got the thing up here all hooked up and working. Let's see. This part that makes sorry, my brain's just not working right now. Damn it, what are they called? Awkward potions. Yeah. I haven't slept yet. And it's 9, almost 10 a.m. I was working on this all night, but I finally got the damned thing working. Okay, so now to explain this, we have a comparator here connected to the potion thing. Goes all the way over here. Basically same setup that I had in the prototype down there. Got torches in certain spots along the thing that show how much is in there. This thing's currently on the first state. We have the different conditions for each of the states here. So when all the conditions are met for the first state to start, this torch activates. This is the second state's torch. And the third state's torch is... it's right there. And here's the fourth state's torch. So basically the first state's torch is basically that the RS NOR latch for the fourth state is active, and that this torch is on. Well, actually, conditions aren't really that hard to figure out. Each time a state turns on, it goes through something like this, which deactivates the previous state, and also has a torch active for the next state's, as part of the next state's AND gate, so that way it can switch on when its conditions are met. See, so all the RS NOR latches are hooked up to this thing here. Got the redstone torch sticking out of the off state of each one, so when they're knocked off, basically, the conditions for the whatever of each state activates. So, for instance, first state here sends a redstone signal down this path, which goes to... it's the unloading, hopper. So, this... all the redstone signals hooked up to this redstone path here, unloading hopper, which would mean that this would be the ingredients hopper, and this no torch, I don't even know I have redstone there. This... Okay. Every time I see that, I'm like, why do I have this redstone here? It's because it's connected to this repeater here. So, no signal gets sent to the bottle loader, so it can load bottles up into the thing there. One thing I discovered while I was working on this is that ingredients must be loaded in from the top and bottles must be loaded in from the side. It makes a lot of sense, and it's something I should have just automatically known, because it's similar to the way Forge does theirs, which is pretty cool. It's fairly intuitive with the hopper system. Yeah. Also, I was finding that when switching between the ingredients in the brewing state, it wasn't switching over quickly enough. So, well, quickly enough to stop more than one ingredient from being put into the brewing stand, which kind of broke the whole thing. So I created this additional path here, which goes to the all the way down here to the thing. And so when it has 3 bottles and the ingredient in, this redstone signal turns on, shutting down this hopper immediately. So only one ingredient goes into the brewing stand rather than 3 or 4, which is what was going on in there without it. Okay, so I'll grab a few bottles and be right back. Okay, as you can see, nearly half a chest full of another wort there. I put a block here. I can take a water source, put it there. Come up with something to fill up my inventory with. Okay, I'll just stand here and shift right click. Boop. Okay. Is stuff actually going into the chest? Oh, right, that was another thing I discovered. Stuff will not go into a chest well, hoppers cannot put items into a chest if you could not open the chest by right-clicking on it. So if there's something on top of the chest, the hopper won't put items into the chest. Very important to note. Anyway, oh yeah, so got bottles into there now, and oh, yeah. It's currently in the brewing state. Let me just do this. Well, that was interesting. Okay. As you can see, it's currently brewing. It's finished brewing. It's detected that it's finished brewing. Pulled out the bottles, put in new bottles, threw in new ingredients, and it's brewing some more. It takes about 20 seconds to brew it. Although, because it's detecting the fact that it's finished brewing by the fact that the nether wart disappears, it doesn't need a timer or anything. It's completely asynchronous. And just keeps going and going until it runs out of either some ingredient or the inventory is full. Because it's completely asynchronous and checking the content of the inventory rather than using a timer, if, say, like one of the bottles doesn't make it in or something like that, if it runs out of bottles or ingredients, it just stops at whatever state it was in until it has whatever it needs. Anyway, so all the awkward potions, they eventually get filtered down into this minecart here. So that's the other bit that I got working, is the potion bottle distribution system, the awkward potion distribution system works. I just have to put a redstone there. Currently I have it deactivated. Whenever the awkward potion chest for each of the stations is like half empty or something like that, it turns on this redstone torch, which activates this redstone dust, which goes there and calls the cart, basically. And the cart will just keep going through in a loop until it's filled up the chests. Now, I'm not going to bother doing that right now because there's no redstone torches to turn off the hoppers down there. So we'll just go down into the products chest. Now, as you can see, I've moved the chest from here up to there. It's because, as I stated previously, ingredients have to go in through the top, so put in the ingredients up there. This chest is for the potions, or, for the awkward potions. And that's pretty much it so far. But that is working, and it's a monster. Took me quite a while to get that to work. Kept finding all sorts of tiny little bugs and glitches here that needed to be worked out, but I eventually got them all worked out, and it is working beautifully. Now I just have to replicate this 5 more times underground. But I'll have a lot more space to work with underground, so it should be a lot easier. It was really hard to try to get this all compact and everything, as much as I did. As you can probably tell, I'm not much of a redstone compactor. So, let's see. I am trapped up here. How do we get back up? Right. Oh, the switches for the lighting was a pain in the rear. Just want to put that out there. Kept having to move them around because they kept activating different parts of the redstone, which sucked. Okay, as you can see, it went until it had just 1 bottle left, and it's completely stopped. It's stuck in the first state until it gets 2 more bottles of water. And, let's see, we got 1 awkward potion in that chest. I just realized, could that possibly interfere with the hopper? No, it doesn't look like it would. Although, I don't know. It might. I doubt it, though. So, I think I'm going to end the episode here and go to bed. So, once again, I am KHM, and we'll do some more mind-numbing redstone stuff in the next episode.